Hey guys, so what do we know going into tomorrow's trading session on January 8th, 2024? Well, we know that Boeing shares are going to be down, which means Dow Jones is going to be down, and that means also that if Boeing is down, so will the travel sector. All the stocks in the travel sector should be down as well. We also know that Apple will be down tomorrow, and if Apple is going to be down, then probably NASDAQ it's got a higher probability of being down as well. And if we throw a few other things in the basket with Apple here, then we're probably looking at Microsoft down, we're probably looking at Tesla down. Basically, what we're looking at is NASDAQ or NASDAQ futures, let's just call them NQ. They're going to be down. And if Apple, Microsoft, and Boeing, they're all down at the same time, then the only logical conclusion is that ES or S&P is also going to be down. So we're looking at a day on the 8th of January where all the indexes are going to be in the red. And you're going to have to make a decision how to trade it. So in this video, we're going to glance at multiple charts to help you decipher where lies the opportunity. So sometimes the best thing you can do as a trader is just stop listening to all the news and start looking at the charts. So we're going to keep it very simple, but we're going to look real fast at 21 charts from different sectors to help you identify where could you find your best trading opportunity tomorrow. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to go through real fast about 20 some odd charts on different sectors. Now, these are random. They're from different sectors. The first sector we want to look at is the materials sector because that really tells you, hey, what's going on with the economy, okay? And basically, the early signs of a recession normally would be shown on the chart of materials and transport. So those are the ones we want to look at first. So Martin Marietta, you know, we've been highly bullish on this thing since the stock was 200 bucks. You can go back to those videos and review them. We've been bullish on Martin Marietta, Vulcan Materials, ticker VMC. But now, guys, as we're going for all these charts, I want you to pay close attention to three things here. The cross. Again, these lines, I normally have them set up instead of the 50 days and 200-day moving averages to 8 and 13. So they're about to cross. And the reason you want to use 8 and 13 is because when we trade weekly options, those time frames tell us exactly what's about to happen. Not necessarily what's going to happen over the course of the next few months or so on, but since we trade short-term expirations, this data is a lot more meaningful to us. So besides a clear bear cross right here, in the beginning of a deterioration, I would call this a definite top right here. Okay, we got a divergence on the RSI already. We got increase in volume to the sell side while the stock continues moving higher. All that stuff's about to come to an end, and people just beginning to get out at the same time as the MACD gives us a solid time frame to enter on the short side. So actually, I said three things. There's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6 things here that are highly bearish, right? And you're going to see how repetitive these things are. But if we were just to focus on 2 or 3 things, okay, it would be the cross on the moving average that coincides with about the same time as MACD makes a bearish cross. And across the board, all of these sectors we're about to go through, they're going to have a divergence on the RSI. And most of them are going to have accumulation distribution. It's still high enough to where a great number of market participants can sell off the shares, creating a much sharper move lower. Okay, so remember all these points as we go through and try to focus on them as I'm trying to highlight them for you. So Martin Marietta, basically we see a classic sign of a top. If you take 13 market moves course and charts divergences course, you would know this is a top. We don't have time to go into the breaking down the candles right now, but within the 13 market moves formula, you could identify there's a lot of red moves. Okay, this is a red move, even though it's a black candle, right? Clearly this is a gap down move and a gap down move, but these two last candles, they're also bear moves within the 13 market moves curriculum. So ton of bearish things in the chart of Martin Marietta Materials, okay, which tell us, hey, could this be a first sign that demand for materials could be dropping in 2024 as everyone is still highly bullish? I think the ball is already in motion, guys, and nothing's going to stop this thing from unraveling lower. Now, Lennar Homes, basically, everyone's still hyped up. Hey, home price is going to keep going higher, right? The market can't drop. Hey, they're laughing at people, right? They're trying to say, hey, this is the time to short here. And guys, these people are not going to be laughing very long. This shit is highly bearish right here. Again, what do we have? Divergences on the RSI right here. The cross, the other cross. The general consensus still, hey, home building stocks can't do no wrong. But guys, the charts have spoken already. Here's your bear cross on the MACD. This is what happens next, okay? Next example, KBH, same thing, right? We're trying to throw a couple of examples from the sector. So we looked at the materials, now we're looking at the home building stocks. Clearly, if we see a deterioration in home building, then, okay, there's your sign of lesser demand for materials, right? If home sales are going to slow down, which I highly believe they will in 2024, okay, then clearly there's no need for as much materials. And so the materials companies are going to be dropping, like MLM, and the home builder stocks are going to be dropping. Technically, they're at historic highs, just a historic fact. KB Home, okay, guess where the stock was trading back in 2007, 2008, okay? Right before the grand collapse. Surprise, surprise, KB Home was trading at $60 a share, exactly where it's trading right now. And no coincidence, right? We have the divergence on the RSI. Okay, for those of you still trying to figure out what the hell is this divergence, guys, take the course, but just to briefly explain it, the price action goes higher. RSI goes to the highest point on this graph. Later, you got a pullback. It tries to go higher on the price action, actually reaches a slightly higher point in relation to this candle, but RSI doesn't reach as high as this point. So what you have is a divergence, right? Price slightly goes above the prior high, but the RSI does not follow. It should if the move should continue, but it's not going to continue. So basically, the cross right here that we've seen across all the charts, the middle finger action, basically, yeah, you may go higher for a little longer, but it ain't going to be that much longer. Damn it, you're about to drop the hell off here. So basically, plenty of people can still sell right here. I get it. It's the next move. Okay, this is not the time to be buying home building stocks. This is not time to be buying a home. Okay, stagflation, guys. All right, this is not the time to do it. Coin. The question is, if Bitcoin ETF is going to be approved in the next few days, then why the hell, okay, do you have middle finger action right here on coin? Okay, guys. Bear cross on coin, strong sell, back to back, guys. This is a beautiful trade. We've posted this trade twice, okay? One in the last trading day last year, and when the stuff bounced higher again on January 2nd, guys, we gave you another entry on both coin and MSTR, and depending on your entries, they were phenomenal trades, right? So MSTR, why the biggest holder of Bitcoin, okay, stalling here. And why does Saylor sell over 200 million of shares of the company? Yes, we knew he filed for to sell some of his shares between January 2nd and sometime in March. But did he really have to sell them on the first day off the market in 2024? Probably not. So same stuff, guys. We got a death hook formation right here. We got MACD just about to make the cross. Basically, this thing is days within the drop. But here, there's a lot of people have already gotten the fuck out of this one, okay? So, but the price still have not collapsed yet. The price is still holding, right? The price is still holding, but I mean, this thing can just, whew, boy, this could be ugly. Anyway, ugly for the bulls. It's a money-making machine for the short sellers. CSX. Why would we be looking at the CSX? Because it's a barometer of it's transports, guys. Anytime the economy is gonna be trying to calculate, are we going potentially in a recession? What's going to happen next? Okay, well, take a look at the transports, because they will tell you the real story. And what we have here, just based on the candle formations, guys, I mean, this is bad. I mean, this is bad. Okay, so we have all the prior confirmation. Just look, we have a divergence here on the RSI, which is a bear divergence. The stock cannot take this 35 level out if it's live dependent on it, right? And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if we count this candle, 6 times it's trying to go there. It can't take this level, guys. It's over. This thing is about to drop. Okay, so you got the bear cross, still a lot of people can sell right here. As you can see, it doesn't matter, like, this shouldn't be, all these charts, they should not look identical within, you know, hold on, we're looking at a Bitcoin related stuff, we're looking at materials, we're looking at homes, we're looking at transports now, but yet every chart looks pretty much identical, with the exception of a couple of charts I'm going to show you at the end, so stay with me. Let's finish this case study, okay? Moving on to the next one, ODFL. What's ODFL? Okay, transport company, okay? This was actually our, on our top 10 stocks to short list that I just didn't insert in the video, so consider it the 11th top trading short idea for 2024 from 13 market moves. You know, clearly this one's already lost some ground early in the year, but to continue the study of these charts, focus on the crosses. Cross, bear cross, RSI. But just like MSTR, this one's already taken a pretty big hit on the accumulation distribution line. So next one, FedEx. All right, so horrible earnings announcement. And it's like, at the end of the year, nobody's paying attention to this. Like, wow, one of the best companies, right, tells you, hey, 2024, things look ugly. Okay, the company sells off that day, market moves higher, just brushes it off, right? Like as if nothing happened. Like nobody, like this middle finger action, like guys, this is serious stuff. This is major drops after this kind of volume spike in relation to the buy volume. They sold it off and nobody's looking to buy it. Look, the accumulation distribution is not moving anywhere. And what do you have here, guys? If you watched enough of my videos lately, guys, you know, what is this? It's a fucking move 11, guys. This stock is just a matter of time before it makes another leg lower, and we're very close to that point. Next chart. Let's go. Apple. Guys, we've talked about Apple. Look, we posted the short on Apple here. The stock is down to 181. Look at all these cells. So this is actually a good case study for you to look at. See this middle finger action, right? And look what happens. Did you see that? Yeah, still the price goes higher after that. But guys, this is a fucking top. I mean, look at that reverse bear candle right here. And basically same like the RSI divergence, right? The stock hits 190, RSI hits all-time high on this chart, then it goes to almost 198. The RSI actually is lagging, so this is your bear RSI divergence. After that, the stock reverses, begins to drop. Middle finger action, okay? The bear cross right here, and still so many people own the stock that come January 8th through January 14th. I mean, shit, guys, this stock is going to hell, okay? The next stop it's gonna make is probably around right here, 167, 165, probably gonna bounce from there. I'm not saying all in one day. Over the course of 10 days, Apple's going to be in the 165 area somewhere. People are going to try to take a shot there, possibly pump it for a few days. But this stock, guys, in the next 3 months, I wouldn't be shocked if Apple traded down to 130. All right, so let's go. Next chart, Microsoft. Okay, so this is the big daddy of AI. everyone's so excited about it, but looks like Big Daddy is sick because it's got the bear divergence right here. RSI is in the toilet, but still got ton of room where it can go way the fuck lower. Microsoft cannot break above this 375 level for nothing for a month now, and people are starting to think, hey, maybe I should sell. And come Monday, tomorrow, January 8th, I think we're going to see a lot of people that are going to go into tomorrow's session with their mind made up. They're going to be like, fuck it, let's fucking sell. So the charts are pretty much telling us unanimous story across the board here. What do we have? AVGO, Leo. I remember you told me that shit's gonna drop to 700 or 600, and I still think it's gonna go there. Probably take a little bit of time, maybe 3 or 4 months, but pay close attention, okay, to what's happening now. Any bounce in the stock should be shorted, guys. I mean, everything is here, the crossover, everything, right? I mean, everything is here, very consistent with all the other charts. Still a lot of people can sell the stock. I mean, this thing barely hasn't even begun dropping, so probably a good area for getting out next week or two would be like 900 bucks. I think we can get there. BAC, Bank of America. You guys know I don't trade Bank of America, but I put this in here because so many people are so bullish on banking stocks, right? So many analysts expecting banking stocks to do so well this year. Well, I think banking stocks are going to go to the toilet this year. I may post a separate video on this, but just as a case study, I put it in there. We trade other banking stock. On the next slide, I'll show you a great one to trade. This is non-tradable. This shit barely moves, which you don't want to be trading something that barely moves when you trade directional options. That's a no-no. That's a recipe for a disaster. So let's focus. Stock goes right here on this huge white candle, right? RSI shoots all the way to here. In yesterday's trading session, or Friday's trading session, stock hits all-time high on this chart, but look what happens. RSI does not follow. So here's your divergence on the RSI. RSI actually is lagging the price momentum, so you have a bear divergence between the price action and the RSI, which I've shown you about 20 charts so far that where this happens, there is a highly elevated probability of whatever this thing is to drop, okay? You've got a bear cross on the MACD. People's been so excited here. Price action moves to the next level higher, but yet the accumulation distribution, it should be doing this, but it's not. So here's your second case of a bear divergence. If this move was real and sustainable, okay, this thing would also be confirmed right here on the accumulation distribution index, but it's not. So there you go. Okay, this is the fucking top. So January 5th, okay, January 5th, 2024, Bank of America sets a high, which is probably not going to be visited for another couple of years, guys. So be ready. This shit is going all the way here. All right, next, BLK. So this is my probably going to be one of my top trades this year. I'll try to record a live video when I'm trading this, guys. BLK. Honestly, it doesn't even trade like a bank stock anymore. And I'll take a separate moment to explain to you in another video why that is and why this could be one of the greatest trading stocks for 2024. But basically, same thing. Stock moves to all-time high levels. RSI is right here. Tries to go second time. RSI drops substantially lower here. Bear cross on 813. Bear cross on MACD. Still a lot of people can sell. Guys, it's going lower. Okay, FSLR. Oh, so many people are so bullish on solar stocks this year. Wow. Yeah, please Just don't listen to them unless you want to lose money. So here it is, the cross, they're all just crossing, okay? Solar stocks was actually one of our top trading ideas in 2023. You know, we have predicted the drop from FSLR when it was trading above 200, like 215, 220 area, that was gonna go way the fuck lower. Since we made that call, actually it's right here in the chart, right? So hit a low of like 130 in November. So we've nailed that one. But what matters is now, so it bounces, and I think this is a perfect time to short solar stocks again. And ENPH is another solar stock. Same, identical, same. How can every chart show us same? Do you know how rare this is, guys? I mean, this is freaking amazing. Same divergence. Every chart shows same, identical. Like, how can this be? I mean, just think about it. We're looking at materials, we're looking at home building stocks, we're looking at semiconductors, we're looking at the big seven, the magnificent seven, which are, you know, half of them going to be in the toilet this year. Guys, how can this be that all of them show us exact same bearish signals at the same fucking moment in time? Okay? That tells us there's not a rotation, right? There's not a rotation from tech to value, from value to tech. Okay, everything is about to fucking drop. With that, okay, there's only one thing that could go higher, which is VIX. And look how notably this thing is different. While everything makes a bear cross, look here. VIX is making a bull cross. And it's made a bull cross on MACD. So this is the only thing that is essentially different. Any sector would take, any stock besides this one sector I'm about to show you, right? I mean, it's like, and this is the one sector that you should be asking yourself, well, what are the times that big institutional investors are buying healthcare stocks? When they expect the fucking market to drop, that's when they buy them, okay? So Amgen, put a bunch of other health stocks, you know, you're gonna see the same thing, okay? This stock, RSI, is actually pumping to the moon. This stock is hitting all-time highs and shows no sign of slowing. There is a bear thing right here, which, you know, I didn't trade it that day. I don't know what the hell happened there, but this is definitely a bear thing. Other than that, I had a lot of bullish things here, and look, compared to a lot of other things that we just looked at, this thing, accumulation distribution, is actually going higher, along with the price action goes higher, which tells us this move is likely to be sustainable, okay? But clearly, they could be selling everything this week, so even healthcare stocks could be taking a hit as well. But I think the healthcare sector will be the one exception this week overall, because even though some healthcare stocks could be sold off, I think a great number of healthcare stocks will go higher despite of the market overall moving lower in January of 2024. So basically, healthcare is the only sector we don't want to short, okay? This is the only sector that shows you different stuff happening on the charts outside of every other sector that we just looked at. Okay, VIX shows some bullish momentum. And guys, one last chart. I'm gonna have to stop. It's like, I don't know what chart number this is, but guys, I could show you another 50 charts and we're gonna find similar things, but let me just shift gears a little bit and show you this last chart. This is the Germany stock market index, DAX, all right? Same thing, and we got a black candle. And remember the Bollinger charts, Bollinger chart I was showing you in a video I posted earlier. Basically, the black candle was the top. So this is the top of a German market. Things can drop like a rock here rather rapidly, okay? And everyone thinks that inflation is going to go lower, but in the last couple of days we got the inflation data from Europe, and surprise, surprise, right? Everyone thought, well, they conquered the inflation in Europe too. and on comparative basis from 2.4, the inflation jumps to 2.9. Guys, it's not like inflation jumps from 2.4 to 2.5. I mean, this is a sizable move, right? I mean, this is like a 20% move or something. So if on, I believe the CPI data in the States is on Thursday, so we can get, Thursday could be your biggest down day, because if the CPI data is going to confirm an inflation surge that we're seeing in Europe, which is why we're looking at Germany with you guys right now. Germany could be an indication of what's going to happen to the United States market here. Basically, they've already reported the inflation number. I think the number in next week reporting on would be very similar, but we could be getting like a super shocking number. I mean, you know, inflation makes a 20% jump again. Forget it, guys. The market is over, because that makes the Federal Reserve wrong. Okay, that makes the policy that everyone expects for the Federal Reserve to implement and the expectations, that makes everyone wrong. So that's how you go from a market that seems to be sailing smoothly into something that drops off, and everybody's like, well, how did we not see it happen? Here at 13 Market Moves, we saw it happen, guys. Our trader's going to make a lot of fucking money, and I want you guys to make a lot of fucking money too. So let's go trade with the 13 Market Moves coach and learn how to use charts with weekly options, guys. You can go to 13MMTV or 13marketmoves.com. Sign up today, guys. Don't waste another moment. Okay, let's roll. Big fucking trades this week. Don't miss them.